Hey everybody, thanks for visiting Cooking with G Dubs with me. I'm your host, G Dubs. And what I'm gonna cook for you today is I'm gonna make some roasted pork. And at our local grocery store, what they do is they take a pork shoulder and slice it up into ribs. Well, they call it Western style cut ribs, and it looks like this. All right. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roast it up for you so you can see it's very simple, very easy, and it's absolutely delicious. All right. So without further delay, let me show you what we're working with. All right. So again, what we have is we have our pork that's already sliced up. And what I did is I previously washed it, and I washed it with hot water and vinegar. And I did it twice to just make sure we get any kind of cooties and stuff off of it. And it makes it easy for us to season it. All right. And you'll see why in a minute. All right. And now we have our barbecue sauce. And the barbecue sauce that I like using is the Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, but you can use any kind of barbecue sauce you want. All right. And I use the Sweet Baby Ray's. And with this barbecue sauce, I have the hickory and brown sugar version of the barbecue sauce, but you could use whatever you want. All right. So that's my preference, but you can do whatever you like. All right, and what I have again is my Èpís, and I have 2/3 of a cup of Èpís, so that way you could have your extra delicious ingredients. And if you want to know what's in this, check out my YouTube channel, and I have a video specifically for the Èpís. All right, so check it out. And then what I have for you right here is I have a half a tablespoon of Himalayan sea salt. And of course, as you see here, we have our bell peppers that I have sliced up already, and I have my orange, my red, and my yellow. And then I have my onions, all right? And I have my red onions sliced up already, all right? So without much delay, let us get right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my seasonings and I'm gonna put it in a bowl, and we're going to mix it together just to make sure that we have enough salt. All right, so it's easy to do it now than afterward. All right, so I'm going to take my barbecue sauce, put it in a bowl. All right, then I'm going to take my Èpís, put it in the bowl. Then I'm going to take my salt, and I'm going to put the salt in. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix it. And if we need a little bit more, we'll add a little bit more. But if we don't have to. All right. So you just want to make sure that we have it seasoned to taste, just so that we could have our stuff together. All right. Because you don't want to have too much salt. All right. Really, really nice. All right. There you go. All right. So now what we're going to do, well, let me put this over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our ingredients and put it on our pork. All right. And since we have our beautiful peppers already laid out for us, what we're going to do is just take a few, throw it in there, give it some color. All right, we don't have to use all of them. We're gonna take some onions, throw it in there. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix it together. And once you see how it looks, once it's all seasoned, it's gonna be absolutely beautiful. And also it smells, oh my goodness, the smell is absolutely delicious. You can smell that barbecue sauce, okay? And the way I season it here, you could either put it in your oven and bake like what we're going to do, or you could take it and put it on the grill. Either way is going to be absolutely delicious, all right? And you are going to love it, trust me. This is one of my family's favorite dishes that I make, especially my boys. They're carnivores, so they just look at this and they just tear it up, all right? And when it's all done, this is what it looks like. All right, nice and seasoned, looks real pretty, has all the color in there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're going to put it on our tray that we're going to put in the oven. All right, and as I mentioned before on other videos, I like to line my tray with some aluminum foil that makes it easier to clean up later. All right, especially when you have a busy lifestyle like us parents, you gotta keep it moving. All right, so we're gonna take it and then we're gonna put the fat side down so that when it cooks, all the fat will melt and go at the bottom, and then we could be able to remove it very easily. All right. So this is going to be absolutely scrumptious. And I do have another video that I made that shows how I did this on the grill. So you could check that out and you could be able to learn how to do it on the grill too. All right. And now that I have it like this, I'm gonna take my onions and peppers, put it right over it. It's all going to roast together. Now we're gonna take the residuals and just pour it right on top. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of aluminum foil and I'm going to cover it and I'm going to stick it in the oven and we're going to cook it that way for about 30 minutes. And then afterwards, we're going to take the aluminum foil off and then we're going to let it cook for another 40 minutes. All right. 30 and 40. All right. Covered for 30 minutes, uncovered for 40 minutes. Because that's going to continue the cooking process and also is going to give a really nice coating on the outside. All right, let's move to the next step. Right. All right, so here we go. I have it covered. And now I have my oven already preheated at 375. And I'm going to throw it in here for 30 minutes. All right. Now check that out. Look at how the pork looks right out of the oven. Doesn't that look good? All right, everybody, check this out. This is what it looked like. All right, so now it's time for the taste test. Look at how juicy it is. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? If I take this off, look at that. Can you see how juicy it is? Now that. As my father would say, excellent. Absolutely wonderful. Really, really delicious. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell somebody you care about and love about our cooking channel, how to cook very complicated dishes very quickly and very simply. All right? Cooking with G Dubs, and I'm your host again, G Dubs. Until the next video, peace.